Maybe.
I'm just starting to record because this is golden. What's wrong with communist food? The bread?
Well, you just don't get much good food. You get like bread.
Yeah, you can't cook. Yo, people can turn bread into great things.
Yeah. Oh, bread itself is usually great.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to backtrack that I started this off pre-taping, saying I got an announcement. I was wrong about communism.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay, so you're pro-communism.
Last episode, he was very pro-communism.
With no research.
Okay, yeah.
And I listened to one book about Mao.
Yeah.
And now it turns out it's bad. It's not good.
What like
if China also not Mao made China bad.
Yeah, but you know what though, man? I think it's all about. I don't think it's just communism and I think it's just absolutism that people don't like. I think
we're not here to talk about comedy clubs in which allegiance we pledge.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not an absolute fanboy. Promise.
Which one is the communism of comedy clubs, though? If you had to say,
The communists.
Deb's Comedy Den.
Deb's Comedy Den. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Everybody's eating trash, and it seems like a good idea, right? Like you get $20.
Everyone's paid the same.
No, she paid you more than $20. That's the only thing about that comedy club that made it worthwhile. Is you got paid a lot more than $20.
Yeah, it's $50 for nothing.
Also, the only comedy club I've ever been to where they served milk and grapes.
Well, that's
honestly though,
trend. It just didn't have time to take off because of COVID.
Basically, if people are eating grapes, it's going to be a bad show. I have a feeling if people are eating grapes, you're going to have a rough.
I think if comics eat it all.
Comedy Den.
Yo, you ever see a comedian in front of free food, like go to a party and there's food there? Man, they eat like they're poor. It's great. They're just like
poor.
That's the joke.
My first booked show ever in Niagara Falls, it was in St. Catharines.
Showtime?
No, it was a City Lights. It was like a bar show, but they told me they'd pay me in a meal.
Yeah.
And so I got there,
and I was in college,
and I had no money, and so I got a burger and ate the whole burger. And it turns out the free meal was like a plate of appetizers in the back.
Oh wow!
You should have known that though. That's usually what it is.
It was my first show. It was my third show ever, maybe. First booked.
Big money.
So one of the first shows I ever did that was like in a venue and kind of like a different part. It was when I was living in Montreal. I was in a different part of. Yeah. It was like a GTA kind of thing. Like they don't call it Greater Montreal area. It's just a different part. I don't remember exactly where it was. It turned out to be
Laval.
It turned out to be no, it wasn't in Laval. It wasn't in Laval. But we were out at this show. It was the first show I ever did with a portable mic, and the audience wasn't listening, and they were all huddled in a corner, like playing craps or cards or something. Yeah. We weren't sure what was going on, and we were all kind of new, right? Like it was a new comic put on a show. He found a venue near his house. He threw the show. And then I'm like going over the corner and I'm bothering these guys. And one of the guys is like, yo, leave us the fuck alone. We were doing we were in a mafia bar. There were 2 shows in mafia bars in Montreal, one of which a guy actually got shot and killed. A guy who tried doing stand-up eventually got shot and killed in one of these places. This was my place.
Most comics should get shot.
I actually think that should be a new trend.
Are we back to communism or what? What is this?
We're back and forth. We don't, you don't like to settle on one thing, give everybody a chance.
I think if there's any, like, if you're a comedian, you're immediately a communist. I think it's just like, you start right there, you're a communist.
Or a socialist, at least.
You have
you're at least a socialist.
Freedom of speech and idea and opinion is the whole purpose of doing stand-up comedy.
Oh no, but anybody who has freedom of speech isn't a comedian anymore.
That's true.
I'm swayed. I'm back to communism.
Yeah, that's a valid point.